I'll tell you what, Kurt Metzger called this from the beginning, and especially when he found out that Comey's daughter was going to be the judge. Did you know that?
No, I did not.
Yeah. Wasn't she the same judge on the Ghislaine Maxwell case? Yeah.
Oh, yes, I did hear this.
Yeah. Bro, where's the videos? They were telling us that videos are going to come out, incredibly high-profile people doing horrendous things, evil things. People are going to go to jail. People are going to be shocked.
Yeah.
Where?
Right.
Nothing.
Well, like,
zero.
My thing about the Diddy thing is, like, I don't really give a fuck. These people are they're of age. They're like 18 years old. And is it shitty what he's doing, trying to, like, use people and leverage them into do these weird sexual things and, like, sick shit, just the most sick shit you could possibly think of. But, like, the way I look at it is these people are using this Diddy stuff. All it does is, like, take away from the real child trafficking that's going on with, like, underage kids, right? There's, like, what, 300,000 something, like, missing kids. Like, talking about Diddy and his oil parties with these 18-year-olds, like, do I think it's good? No. I want to beat up their dad, but other than that, I don't really give a fuck if there's, like, 18 to 19-year-olds that are doing this stuff, as long as they're not being, like, actually, like, physically raped. But I mean, it seems like what's going on is just like this weird cultish thing where they slowly get creep closer and closer and closer to this thing. Like, oh, I'm here now. All these famous people are here. They're doing this, like,
elaborate parties, lots of money, everything you want. The golden carrot at the end of the stick.
Right.
So the thing is, he's not even being charged for any of the things you just brought up. He's not being charged for blackmail, which is kind of crazy because, like, what did they do? Why did they tell us that there was all these videos of all these high-profile people and then silence, and then it never comes up once during the trial? There's none of that stuff in the trial. In the trial, it was his ex-girlfriend Cassie. They were talking about, so, like, he's up for these 2 charges left, and it's like prostitution, something. It's like nothing stuff. It's like stuff that he's going to go to jail for like 5 years, if at all, and probably won't.
Right.
And he's already been in jail for, so like, what is time served now? It's over a year, right?
Yeah. No, I think he's going to walk, dude. I mean,
I think he's going to walk,
I don't
too.
think he's going to spend any time.
And this is what Kurt Metzger called a long time ago. As soon as he saw that it was Comey's daughter, he was like, oh, he's going to walk. Trust me, he's going to walk. There's a bunch of high-profile people that are connected to this.
Yeah.
They're covering it all up. If he goes down, they go down. So he's not going to go down.
Right.
So that's the thing. Like, if he really did have, like, really wealthy, high-profile people at his parties, which we know he did, you know? Diddy prosecutors abandoned multiple allegations against rapper days before trial's end. Hey, he says, hey, remember I called it? This is Kurt Metzger on Twitter. Because James Comey's daughter is the prosecutor. Yep. Remember how well she swept up on the Ghislaine trail?
Yep.
Hey, who else called it?
Yep.
I can't be the only one. Yeah, he called it.
Yep.
He called it in the fucking.
He
called it in the fucking green room of the mothership. Right when he found out, he goes, he's gonna walk. I'm like, what are you talking about? Have you heard these charges?
Yeah.
He's going to go to jail.
Yeah.
No, Metzger was right.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And then we I don't know what happened with Ghislaine Maxwell.
And you don't think they could fake the moon landing? Yeah. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. They've got videotape, and all of a sudden they don't. You know, you have the director of the FBI on this show saying there's no if there was, nothing you're looking for is on those tapes. Like, what? Why'd they say there was thousands of hours of tapes of people doing horrible shit? Why'd they say that?
Right.
Didn't Pam Bondi say that?
What, are you talking about Epstein or Diddy?
Yeah, Epstein.
Yeah, she said it literally, I think, a week before you had the FBI director sitting here telling you there was nothing, right?
She said something about that there was like thousands of hours of tapes of people doing horrible crimes.
There is. And didn't the FBI dude say that there was nothing?
Kash Patel said there's nothing you're looking for. Oh, okay. Okay. I mean, what am I going to do? I'm going to push back.
Right. No, of course. I
obviously,
understand.
He's saying what he has to say.
Right.
Mystery surrounds the Jeffrey Epstein files after Bondi claims tens of thousands of videos. Tens of thousands. Jesus Christ.
I'll tell you what.
Chill. Oh, my God. Was reviewing tens of thousands of videos, the wealthy financier with children or child porn. The comment made to reporters at the White House days after a similar remark to a stranger with a hidden camera raised the stakes for President Donald Trump's administration to prove it has in its possession previously unseen compelling documents. Or just bomb Iran, and everybody forgets about it.
Just bomb Iran, yeah.
Everybody forgets about it.
Yeah, it seems crazy that we're just I would think just Trump's demeanor, his MO towards other countries, like if we're the ones funding them, giving them all this money, and they're trying to fight a war, like typically he would be putting his boot on their neck, like, listen, you motherfucker, like he's talking shit, right? Like you have to do what I want you to do, and it just seems like, and now I think it just came out a couple days ago that they're trying to prosecute Netanyahu, right? And then Trump's helping with it, I think, trying to help him, Netanyahu, in that whole rigmarole.
Well, they're trying to try him while he's while he's in office.
Right, and I think
he's trying to delay it because he's like, look, we're at war.
Right.
And they decide to go through with it.
Yeah, and I think something came out, I think a couple days ago, I could be wrong, but I was listening to Dave Smith talk about how Trump was actually like helping him through this. I don't know, I could be wrong.
Okay, here it says, during a Fox News Channel interview in February, Bondi suggested an alleged Epstein client list was sitting on her desk.
Yeah. Well, the list is one thing, right? I mean, there's so many people on the list that are probably innocent, but
They just went to the island for a party.
No, there's got to be a fucking hard drive.
There's got to be.
Sitting in Tel Aviv right now.
Yeah, listen.
That's the other part of this, too. They asked Ghislaine Maxwell's lawyers what their... Shit, where was it? It's up here.
He had like 100 cameras in that penthouse, in every single house.
Do you know his house is for sale in New York?
That's amazing.
Yeah. And
should make that a podcast studio.
No, my wife found it on Trulia or whatever it is.
Yeah.
One of the maps. And she's like, look at this beautiful, because we were in New York.
Townhouse?
Yeah, like, it's not a townhouse. It's a house. It's like, it's a big-ass house. It's like multiple stories.
The one right across the street from Central Park?
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
that one. It's for sale right now.
How much?
I think it was like 60 or 70 million, something like that, which is what it's worth. But who wants to live in the Epstein house? First of all, if I bought that house, I'd want the Clinton painting. Can you get me that painting?
Yeah.
Clinton in the blue
dress. It's got to
dress.
come with all that shit inside.
I have to have that painting. I want George Bush with the Jenga towers and the paper airplanes. I want all of it.
And then the lady just died, too. The lady got hit by a car, one of the witnesses.
Yeah.
One of the Jeffrey Epstein witnesses. And then apparently she had like a husband who was abusing her. And, people like to use this stuff as like a political football to like argue for whatever they believe in.
And also, when you get rich, powerful people, so here's the thing that happens with rich, powerful people. They can't go anywhere, right? If you're, like, say, a Jeff Bezos type or someone who's like an Elon Musk type, and I'm not accusing them of anything. I'm just saying at that caliber of celebrity and that caliber of prominence, you can't go anywhere. If you're Bill Clinton back in the 80s or the 90s, whatever it was, you can't go party. Right. Everybody knows who you are. You got to be protected, right? But you want these experiences. And so you have these guys, like a Jeffrey Epstein type guy, who works with the elite of the elite clientele. It's all movie stars, big-time politicians, world leaders, scientists, Nobel Prize winners, and they all meet together and have fascinating conversations and cocktails, and there's beautiful girls everywhere. Of course. What a great idea.
Right.
And if you're naive and you don't understand honeypots.
Here's the quote from Maria Farmer, who was one of the accusers from what was inside the house in New York.
Okay, she said, there were monitors inside this cabinet. I looked on the cameras, and I saw toilet, bed, toilet, she said, visibly spooked. Like, I'm never going to use the restroom here, and I'm never going to sleep here. You know what I mean? It was very obvious that they were, like, monitoring private moments. Yeah. Of course.
Yeah. Maria Farmer was the one who worked at Epstein's office in New York, I think.
And this was the house, Jamie?
Yeah, I was looking up stuff on the house. That was like what they
found.
I
wonder if the house still
too.
has fucking cameras in it somewhere that they haven't found yet.
They definitely, don't know.
Yeah, you'd have to scan the shit out of that house. You'd have to take the walls apart. There's probably listening devices inside the walls. Like, who knows? If this was like really an intelligence operation,
so
they probably had that house fully wired.
Maria Farmer, I think she was the chick who was working the front desk at his office in Manhattan. And this is like a funny example of like what I like to do. My mom is super left wing. She's has her degree in fine arts. And,
oh boy! And
she still is like an art professor. And my dad is a ex post office worker. And he's only watches Fox. So my dad only watches Fox. And they're divorced. My mom only watches CNN.
Jesus, why didn't they stay together? How weird.
Who knows? And I like to like take things that are happening and then controversial things, like for Epstein example, and I like to just like call my mom and argue with her. like argue the right wing side against my mom's point of view on Epstein, and then I'll call my dad and I'll make the same argument toward the opposite argument towards him. It's like a fucking thought experiment, or like a critical thinking exercise.
You use your parents
and
to spar with.
My mom, you know, she'll be like, of course, like Trump. There's more footage of Trump with Epstein than anybody. Are you kidding me? He's partying with him here. Like, of course he's compromised. And then my dad's like, it's fucking Clinton, bro. It's like, it's only Bill Clinton. Look, he's the only one on the Epstein files. Of course we know he's a pervert, all this stuff. But like, and then you have, so the funny thing is, both sides will use their little batch of evidence to support their idea and ignore the opposite, right? So like, the girl we were just talking about, Virginia, she was literally on video saying that all this shit about Bill Clinton on the jet, going to the island, hanging out with Trump and all this stuff. And the right-wing people, like people I know, my parents and like older folks I know in Florida, will say, you know, she came out, thank you for exposing Bill Clinton for being a pedo and doing all this stuff. And Virginia Giuffre, after this happened, she's like, you guys didn't listen to the whole fucking tape. She's like, I was telling you that Trump was at the penthouse 3 days a week and visiting him, but you guys don't want to hear that. And it's like, you know, it's just this weird thing. Like, if you do the math, it's gotta be so many high-level, powerful people that are somehow compromised. And do I think like Clinton and these guys are pedos? No, I don't think that at all. But if you were Jeffrey Epstein, I think it's super plausible to assume that he would try to trick them with like a girl who looks old, right? Who is possibly like on the borderline of being 18. And you say, oh yeah, this girl, she's 18, 19, 20, whatever. Meanwhile, she's like 17 and they had no idea and they have video footage. And in like a court of law, if I'm the judge, I'm going to let them, like, of course, they fucking lied to him. And this is not like some young girl, obviously, but they lied. Yeah. But like in like the court of public opinion, you're never going to win in that case, right? Like if that comes out, you're fucked.
You're fucked. I mean, you're fucked if you just go into the island to bang hookers. Like it's like they're of age. Mm-hmm. It's still like whatever he was doing. You preyed on people's desire for experiences and vice.
Yes.
And all these powerful people who, again, they can't just go call a hooker and the hooker goes, oh my God, I just blew Bill Gates. This is nuts. You know what I mean? Like, you can't trust them. So you have to trust someone who really has a lockdown organization. And they felt like he did.
Yeah.
And that's why they all hung out with him even after he got arrested. This is what's crazy.
That is crazy.
A lot of Bill Gates meetings with him were after he was prosecuted. And he got this little slap on the wrist, and he got essentially home detainment. And I think he had to do like weekends at the jail. Like it was like great for underage sex for, you know, what's supposed to be a felony. The whole thing is crazy. And then when there's one reporter that really chased it down, I forget her name, but she really looked into it, and that's when they opened up the second case, the second trial.
Vicky Ward.
Vicky Ward. Was she from what paper? Vanity Fair. So she was responsible for because she was like, this is insane. Like, what's going on here? And then there was the sheriff that had arrested him, said that I was told he was intelligence. And I mean, you got to think, man, if a guy like that is running these kind of parties with all these rich and powerful people, how many different worldwide decisions can be manipulated because of these people and the compromises you have on them.
Right.
It's really a brilliant thing to do.
Yeah.
From an intelligence perspective.
If you enjoyed today's video, let us know in the comments. And if you want more of these, please subscribe. Until next time, you are watching JRE Clips Conspiracy.